Is the Bill of Rights, is the Constitution, is what this country's founded on. If you don't like this show, you don't like the Founding Fathers, the Bill of Rights, the Declaration of Independence, the Constitution. You don't like America. See, all of you telling us that we're the bad people, and Homeland Security and Obama saying we're dangerous terrorists, and Chris Matthews saying it, that's because they're terrorists, folks. They're the people. They're the revolutionaries. They're the ones that have come in here and turned this country into a giant criminal operation. By the way, even NBC's reporting that the reason that they're talking about kicking Rahm Emanuel, the real president, to the curb is because he is coming out in the federal tapes and in the court hearings as getting payoffs with Blagojevich. Well, of course, they came up together. Of course, it's on record. He got a house from BP, an apartment for years, $1 million apartment. It's open and shut. This is a mafia group of brazen criminals, okay? The government's been overrun by crooks. Of course they're saying they want to arrest me. Of course they're demonizing Ron Paul and Rand Paul. They're criminals. They're a pack of criminals. And if you think you're going to side with them because the news, are you Republican, are you Democrat? You're supposed to pick a criminal group. Here it is, Houston Chronicle. Agents fear Mexican drug cartel attack on border dam, Houston Chronicle. Drug cartel plots to blow up border dam, WOAI-TV. And, yeah, this is from 20 days ago. So there you go. 20 days late reporting on that. See, it's worse than I can even describe. Worse than I can even tell you. We'll be back with more of your calls. Stay with us.
Put it like this. What the heck is going on down there?
It's literally out of control, and violence has increased just in the last 4 months. And we've been, not just as a sheriff, all of our police chiefs in Pinal County, we stood with Senator McCain and literally demanded support for 3,000 soldiers to be deployed to Arizona to get this under control and finally secure our border with Mexico.
All right, I got to tell you, when I first received an email about this with these signs that are up saying, don't go past this point, stay away, this is not safe. I mean, we're not talking about something that's sort of a Tijuana situation right at the border. I mean, we're talking about something that's north of Tucson. I mean, 80 miles away from the border?
Exactly. And we're talking 3 counties deep into the heart of Arizona, where the answer from our government is to put up signs warning our citizens.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
In our sovereign nation that beware.
We're back live. I'm going to continue with your phone calls. Let's go to Mark in Oregon. Mark, and then Carl, Noel, Tony, Santa, and others. Welcome.
Thank you, Alex. Hello.
Hi.
Yeah. Looks like we might have a short way to go, and where we're going to doesn't look good at all, Alex.
No, it's order out of chaos. The globalists admit they're holding America hostage. They're engineering all the crises. They blew that oil well in the Gulf. Obama brags to senators. He's holding us hostage with the rampant crime. These are absolute. He is guilty of the murders on the border. And every traitor that is keeping that border open is guilty of premeditated accessory to murder. Obama is a public criminal.
I couldn't agree with you more. Alex, Officer Jack McClam, on his show soon after the explosion in the Gulf, he said unequivocally from the sources that he gets his information from in government and the intelligence community, he said that the BLM, the Bureau of Land Management, who has no business out on the ocean in the first place, in all probability it was a group posing as the BLM.
Well, that may be why Obama said he dispatched SWAT teams to cover up the investigation that the Coast Guard was doing. And the word is special federal feds showed up with national security badges ordering the Coast Guard to not investigate. But you know what? McClam has impeccable research. If he says something that he has a source, he doesn't make it up. 25 years on the front lines. Call Jack McClam right now. See if we can get him on the last 30 minutes with Watt, if not tomorrow. Red alert. By the way, we've got Jesse Ventura Friday and Thursday, Lord Moncton and a bunch of other heavy hitters. Go back and finish up exactly what Jack McClam said. I was unaware of this, Mark.
Yes, Alex. Jack McClam said that he learned at that time, soon after the explosion, that particular oil rig, it was not any other oil rig but that one, just like Obama gave an actual award of some type to that particular oil rig. No, they only get one a year, and he gave it to them, and BP are the kingpins of the carbon tax. Mm-hmm. and that the BLM came out on the water in uniform, of course, not being BLM in all great probability, but posing as a BLM where they have no business. And they came all the way out there and did a surprise inspection 2 hours before the explosion.
Well, wait a minute. That's admitted that there was a surprise inspection and that was, quote, an unauthorized, unlawful. It wasn't unlawful. The word the media and the feds have used was unpermitted, but it was more than unpermitted. They said that as well. It was it violated regulations. It was, but they won't ever say what the change is. And Obama, Mr. Barry Soetoro, has been covering that up.
Yes, and Jack McClam said that in connection with this visit, Alex, that he was told that the BLM, whatever they were, doing this inspection, actually had left an explosive device on the rig. Now, if you think of it in terms of engineering, you could have an explosion to actually be the secondary to the primary, such as in a nuclear explosion type of...
well, no, I mean, it was the explosion to ignite the gas and the oil that had, was starting to come in, and then that makes the rig break and fall down on itself and then break at the wellhead.
Yes, sir. And I just thought that this is very important information because it adds in the whole premeditation aspect of this, which everything that they do is premeditated, so that we can almost, if not assume, that everything that is learned from higher sources that are fortunate enough to have reported to us, that it's really true, and we really need to look into it deeply whenever we hear about it.
No, that's a great idea. We're going to call Jack right now, get him lined up today or tomorrow. We're going to get him on here. Great points. Thanks for telling me about that. Thanks for telling me about the dam the illegals wanted to blow up.
We're on the march. The empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
We're going to go back to your calls here in just a moment.
Well, I'm not the kind of kiss and tell, but I've been seen with Farrah. I've never been with anything less.
But I want to encourage you, the listeners, to really think about something, to make a decision. Are you doing everything you can to wake up as many men, women, and children in your area as is possible? Are you reaching out to opinion makers right now? So many high-powered politicians, media personalities, judges, sports icons. I have been contacted. I'd say 9 times out of 10 when famous people contact me, they don't want to come on air. They just want to talk to me and invite me out to their house in D.C. or L.A. or Santa Barbara or wherever, or Florida. And I don't have time for that. I don't have time to, or the money to jet set around and hang around with famous people. I haven't gone that route. The point is, that's a gauge of how many people we're reaching. Drudge is rated 400 and something on Alexa.com. InfoWars is now rated 700 and change. I forget the exact rating. And if you look at our growth trend, within a year, we'll be neck and neck with Drudge. We haven't really been good at putting on airs or being aloof or explaining to people just how big we are, just how effective we are. I haven't really admitted to myself the reach we've got. And I'm not bragging about myself individually. It's a dangerous position to be in. The government, the mainstream media, and the NSA have known how big we are before I knew. They've got all the data points. And now they've tried to ignore me all this time. Now they've got to attack, which is a desperate gamble. So I'm in a real danger zone here. I need your prayers. And I'm trying to be focused and realize the position I'm in and do the best job I can. Doesn't mean I'm perfect. Doesn't mean I don't make mistakes. But at least I'm pure of heart. I'm trying to be good. I'm trying to tell you the truth. I'm trying to get it right. I'm trying to be honorable. I'm trying to not be worldly. I'm trying to work as hard as I can. I feel guilty when I enjoy food or go for a swim or go see a movie, which I don't even really do. All I do is think about this, folks. I'm totally committed to it. I'm driven almost nuts by it. I want to not think about it, and I can't stop. I dream about the New World Order. I dream about legislation. I dream about executive orders. I dream about the enemy's next operations. I eat, sleep, you know what? All of this. And I know a lot of you 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago gave people a book, gave people a video, gave people a newsletter, but now you think you've done your work. No, now is the time. I can't tell you how many people I talk to who say, I thought you were a kook. I thought you were a nut 5 years ago, a year ago, 10 years ago. It varies. Now it's all true and worse than you say, and they start, just dumping all this info on me. Did you know about this? Did you know about that? No, I didn't know about that, but I knew about that. People are really seeing it, folks, but there's still, I'd say we've got about 35% of the public, or conservatively, that really know something's wrong.